Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
All right, 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
All right, yeah, go.
All right, just hype me up right now.
All right,
Your dad does love you. All right.
3, 2, 1.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. This is Soulfools, the podcast, and today we have a very special guest, a friend of ours. His name is Justin Vaseur. Tell us about what you do. What are you up to these days? What's going on?
Shoot, I don't even know, dog. I'm just like
I feel that, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like chilling. No,
All right, thank you for tuning in.
Stay tuned.
Nah,
Okay.
I do photography out here in LA.
Okay.
So just moved out here from Vegas and kind of like testing out the waters and seeing how like the industry is out here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, like I had to move out here because Vegas was kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense of like creativity. I felt like I wasn't able to, not that there isn't like creative people out there, I just felt like I wasn't able to live like my full potential.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Out there. So it's like out here I got homies. Luckily I like connected with the right people that do like music, photography, even weightlifting
Mm-hmm.
or martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
And so having like that circle of friends just like I felt took me to the next level that I wanted to be at. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it's kind of like taking that chance to live my dreams or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like,
You know what? And like the whole time knowing you, I don't think I've ever asked this. Like, what made you get into this? Like, what made you get into photography? Like, was it family?
Oh yeah, that's true. I don't think.
Yeah. I feel bad now. Like,
no, it's like, I thought about that, and honestly, there was like no special thing about it. Like I just picked up a camera and I was like, oh, this is kind of dope. And then what I ended up doing was like creating these, I guess what you call now like conceptual images, where it's like people had like 3 arms and shit, or 3 heads.
Yeah.
damn.
And I didn't even know what that was at the time, because like when I picked up a camera, I was just like messing around with Photoshop. I never like researched any photographers or anything like that, and I was just like, oh, that'd be dope if you could do this or this. And then later I found out, oh, that's like conceptual. And then a couple months into that, I found this one photographer on my Facebook page that was doing fashion.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I kind of want to dive into that. And
Fashion.
Yeah.
Or documenting it through photography.
He was doing fashion photography. Yeah.
Oh, fashion photography. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
like high fashion.
Okay.
How high were they?
I don't know. They look
I've never heard of that.
on some crack or something.
My bad.
Nah, but I ended up reaching out to him, not even knowing him, and was just like, yo, like, it'd be dope if you were like my mentor. And then he reached out.
You didn't know him?
No, I didn't.
And you're like,
So I stopped DMing.
Yeah, no, because I saw his work, and I knew he like had a studio and everything.
Okay.
So I like reached out to him, and then he messaged me back, and he was like, "Yeah, dude, like come through." And I guess like he had this event every Monday, called like Model Mondays or something like that.
This is back in Vegas still, right?
Yeah, back in Vegas.
How old were you? What was the timeline around this?
This was like 2013.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
It's 2019 now.
And like,
Just for reference.
and that kind of like jump started everything. I got to see like the whole makeup side of things and styling. And from there I just started doing like behind the scenes kind of stuff for them. And my journey took like a weird turn, because like I didn't know what the hell I was doing at first, and I just started doing behind the scenes.
Yeah, because like one day you just got the camera, the next day like, you're in the spot with everybody,
Yeah, so like I was taking some shitty ass photos, bro, like and video, like I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So then what, being there, was it just the energy that was just okay, that's like, this is dope, like
Dude, the energy there was like, I've never seen anything like that in Vegas, like creative wise.
That makes sense.
And then what sucks is like a couple years later, or maybe like a year and a half later, like for some reason it just like stopped.
Okay.
Damn.
And then that's when like I feel the like community just like disappeared. People started moving out and all that stuff. So we never got that again. And but yeah, like shortly after, I ended up getting my first gig, which was like a 1 hour behind the scenes shoot of video, and I didn't know what I was doing, but I got paid like $500.
Damn.
Yeah, and that like gig was what made me decide like to quit my job.
Oh shit.
And I was just
Okay.
like,
Where were you working before that?
I was working at Discount Tire.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yo, honestly, when
Because I was working at Discount Tire.
You know what I'm doing there still?
What's up?
I think I might need some.
What location?
No, I got you on the hook. But I was working there, and then I was working at a custom paint shop, and then I was working at Abercrombie. So it's like,
Okay, I can kind of see what the photography is like. It's the energy.
but yeah, man. And then I just decided to quit.
Isn't that like terrifying?
What?
to leave like your night like,
Tires. Discounted tires, bro.
Discount.
No.
What
Like
if-
just taking that like dive into something that you want to do, or like something you have like interest in.
Like, what did your family say?
Yeah, because I even now like I being able to quit a job just because you feel like you have your, I don't know. That's tough. You know. Yeah. And
Yeah.
besides,
That's
like,
brave.
Yeah.
That's brave, bro.
It was pretty stupid, actually.
Oh fuck yeah. Exactly what I was gonna say after, bro.
Yeah, it was pretty stupid, I guess. Like if I would have done it over again, maybe, I don't know, like things line up the way they're supposed to, but I would have like saved up more money and all that stuff. But because like shortly after I quit, my car broke down, like everything happened, you know, like I had a breakup, and I'm like,
Oh.
yeah, it was just like, dude, what
But
the heck?
in those moments is actually where most people find, like, you know, new energy. Like, you know, like when
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like
for sure.
super, like mad low and stuff like that. Like you have this like fucking horrible energy, and then you like if you know how to treat it right, you can like push it towards something else. Cause
Yeah, man, you start
he-
to vibrate differently, and you
yeah,
start
yeah.
to.
He would always
grow.
talk about that. Like Cyrus would always talk about like the importance of taking energy that's like. You want to talk about that?
You're just stealing people's energy, saving more money. But no, yeah. Are you talking about like in the sense of like
Yeah.
how sometimes like we have to go through traumatic shit to fully fucking grow? You know, like with me, which is really bad. What I'm trying to work on. Like I have a habit of, really progressing more after and I hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
I work really well with my back against the wall. You know.
I feel the same. Yeah.
But and then in life though, but you know, like I work like, you know, when there's no odds like on my side, that's when I tend to fucking excel, which
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn because it's not healthy. It's kind of toxic. You know, I put myself in very bad positions, but
Where it's like you kind of like you put you just shove your fucking
just start
back
getting-
against the wall, and then you're just like, all right, now I can build.
yeah, you know, I
Yeah,
start getting
yeah.
very edgy. You
I
know,
see
I
that,
kind of
yeah.
sometimes just, I guess it comes with not appreciating what I have sometimes, and just it's not focusing too much until when shit gets real. Shit
Yeah.
hits the fan, you know. So it sounds like that was like a turning point for you, and
Dude, it was crazy, bro.
yeah.
Like everything was going wrong, but
Well,
like,
then how are you able to manage like everything going on plus quitting your job, obviously everything going on, and then like balancing that with what you wanted to like pursue?
it was really fresh to me, so I was just excited about it. Like, I didn't know where it was gonna take me. I knew that there was like money that could be made too, and that I could possibly make a living out of it.
Yeah.
And being like creative and all that stuff. So that was like the main drive, like just doing something that I loved, and just wanted to keep pushing because it was hard, bro. And then like my dad, he's like really old school and stuff, but he like
Oh my god, don't even. Yeah, I feel that.
but he's
You're
like
what?
he's
Never mind.
he's like
What's
Your-
dad
your
first?
dad.
Wait, first rewind. Back it up.
Hold on. If we're gonna start making shit up. You said your dad was there? Where? Is my dad there?
They have those in Vegas, huh?
What'd your dad say?
so he was like totally against it. He was like,
Oh yeah.
he was like, dude, like you got your 401k going and all that stuff. You got like your benefits, save money, and you just, I was like, nah, I can't. You know, I gotta be like doing my thing. And
Did he like accept that? No, not at first.
he just let me do my thing.
Okay.
I don't think he was like really happy about it.
Yeah.
My mom, she was kind of just like, she was kind of the same way, but they were kind of just like, let's see, what happens.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I started to kind of like regain myself, I ended up getting like my first spot,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a loft.
Is this in Vegas?
Yeah, this was in Vegas, and it was like a loft, and I ended up turning it into a studio and just
cool.
doing like work out of there.
How hard was it to find work at the time? Or were you so I'm assuming you just went full freelance and you're just like hitting people. Were you hitting people up for shoots, or were they hitting you up, or like how does that work?
It was a combination.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a combination of like reaching out to people and also them reaching out to me, which is like, it's been so weird because I never thought that my work was actually like good or anything, but people were hitting me up, like just seeing a couple photos that I took, and then like I was just getting business here and there. People were hiring me for weddings. Like, it was weird because I never, even till now, like I don't promote any of my wedding stuff or commercial stuff or anything, and people still hit me up, and I'm like, that's crazy. But yeah, just networking, meeting new people. They're like seeing my work and all that stuff, and they just hit me up.
Is that also like, do you feel like that's like a pretty good perk about like doing photography?
Yeah, so
the connections you can build even after,
Yeah, I was actually thinking about my why, like why I even do it, and like because today I don't even know if that's really my passion. Yeah, so it's like, it's kind of like hit me hard a little bit, but which made me question like, why am I doing this, and like what it comes down to is like, I love, like, I guess connecting with people, like dope people.
So it's about the people.
Yeah,
I feel that for sure.
And it's like about collaborating, coming together and just creating like dope stuff. And what's dope too is like, I feel like I extend myself to a bunch of different hobbies. So like boxing, biking, skateboarding, and all that stuff. And I was always trying to figure out a way to just like do all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes like it's like a jack of all trades, master of none.
That's
kind of
scary
thing.
shit though.
Yeah,
Have you seen the show Master of None?
I haven't.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know, like the show of Master of None is Aziz Ansari, but one of the he doesn't like watching it because it's kind of slow. But the like main idea of that show is that he does all these crazy little things and stuff like that. Like he's into food and all this stuff, but like he still feels unfulfilled. And the
why don't you just eat more?
So he feels unfulfilled, and it's like that's what he's trying to like emphasize, at least in like the society's role in this is like, oh, like we're at that age in like life, and like we're in this society where we can do whatever we want. We can do literally whatever we want, but that's the problem. Because back in the day, like with my mom's like Filipino. We all used to live in the Philippines. Like back then, she only had one option, was to be a nurse.
Right.
And then that would be able to bring in money. That would like feed the family, and that was her choice. But here, being in America, and she tells me this all the time, like you being in America, you have so many options that it's become this just like jumble of master of none. And like that's the hardest part. So
that's the toughest part, because like they said we have so many options, but then like once we choose an option, it's like, why that option? Like why that one?
We're like, that shit sucks, dude.
And just it's tough,
Yeah, so I just like figured out I can connect all those through photography.
Oh,
so like for example, like with barbell, you know what I mean, bro?
I don't know what's wrong.
Nadim.
So with like barbell, like I've been watching like Bart. What the fuck is going on? I need some water, dog.
You just bought. I don't think we have any water dogs, bro.
Bark.
Hey, you better edit that out.
Yeah.
So like I've been watching.
Oh my god! I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
I wish we took shots.
I know, bro. Watching Bart.
Yeah, watching Bart. Like,
is he cool with that? First of all, how does he feel about that? Let's get it.
I've been watching like their JK film stuff since like 2007 or something
Bart
like that.
Kwan. Sorry. For those of you that don't know, Bart Kwan pays us. He employs us.
Oh, the barbell.
He's the owner of Barbell Brigade, the gym that we all work at. He's a photographer there. We work
basically the Godfather.
Yeah.
And
What?
Yeah,
I'm just shocked.
he's a good. He's
Bart
cool.
Kwan. He's Bart Kwan.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
Bart
sorry.
Kwan. Just,
You've been watching a lot of the JK film. That was
Yeah.
like a big hit before.
Yeah,
like,
Oh, yeah,
that was
100%, yeah.
yeah, because
it still is. I'm sorry, not before, but it still is such a big hit.
Yeah, because they were doing a lot of comedy stuff, and like back then I was like, oh, that'd be dope to like work with them and stuff. And slowly, like I somehow like manifested that. You know, I did like a photo shoot for JK Films, and then we didn't talk for a while actually, and then somebody hit me up, like it might have been Bart actually. They were like, hey, you know, we like working with you. Would you be down to like move out here to do photography? And I was like, dude, this is like my perfect opportunity, because at that time in 2007, I had said like, oh, next year I'm gonna go, and then
To LA, specifically LA, like nowhere else.
yeah, LA,
Not
and
the
then
Bay, not New
the
York.
next year came,
Santa
and I
Barbara.
wasn't there. And then they were like, dude,
Whoa.
where you at? You know, like a lot of people were like, oh, I thought you were moving out here. And it's
Did
like,
you
it's
expect
not
them
the-
to even like keep up with you?
Nah, dude, I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting anything, because it's like there's so many photographers out here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm out in Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like they could easily like reach out to someone out here.
Yeah.
They have friends or whatever. So I thought it was pretty dope that they hit me up and were like, hey, you know, we like working with you. Come through. But yeah, like,
Hell yeah.
I'll be there in 6 hours.
so like that's like one aspect of it, of just like connecting with people.
How do we cut this? So then, yeah.
I've gotten connected with like a lot of artists that I listen to,
Mhm.
like skateboarders, bikers, drummers, doing photography for them. And it's just been like a crazy journey, just like bringing everything that I love together through photography. So it's been like,
Yeah, and we talked about, you said like how you just kind of manifested it. Do you believe in manifestation, like the power of it?
I do.
At
At first I was like, nah, you know, but like when I look back on like literally everything, I'm like, I thought of it and we're just kind of like, dude, I'm gonna get this. Like even down to like my first spot that I got. I don't know what it was, but like I used to go to all my friends' like apartments, and it would be like burnt carpet and like smells like crazy weed or something like that, and just like nasty furniture. And I was like, I don't want to be like that, you know, like. And so my first spot was like a dope ass loft, and just like looking back at it, I was like, damn, like, you know, I was thinking about that the whole time, and just like putting that out there, and it like ended up happening. So it was like,
that's the craziest shit though, you know? Yeah, that's literally like, it's weird because we're all like, we've had that like conversation before, especially with like, you know, the energy out there, like where you're just like, damn, like, no, I can do this, you know, like I can just do this. Like even I read somewhere recently that's like, even like physiological changes will like affect your actual mood. Like even if you're not happy, you know, they say like fake it till you make it. Like even if you're sad, you smile. It tricks your brain into like releasing is it serotonin or
one of those tonins?
Serotonin or oxytocin, whichever it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it releases that like energy, that chemical in your brain, and then those are like that happy energy, and that just happens from faking a smile. Even, you know, like it's crazy. Like that kind of stuff is like, I don't know if you guys believe in that stuff, but we like 100% do. Like we're beings made of energy.
Yeah,
know? Like,
you should definitely whoever's listening to this and like has never really dabbled into it, you should definitely look it up. You know, do some research on your own, and it's powerful. Like, what do you think? Like affirmation, it does sound crazy. Like affirmations, you know, just the universe, the law of attraction. That shit's real. We're energy. The good energy we put out will be received, and bad energy we pull out will sadly be received as well too. You know, anything. You know, it's just it's crazy. So that's cool. That's definitely dope to hear. You know how everything worked. I mean, like it's still in the process of it, but that has worked out for you, and it's helped you believe in it.
Crazy.
You know?
How was that transition from living in Vegas? And I'm sure your family lives in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
your family lives in Vegas, and that transition to living in LA, pursuing your dreams, you know, and working with all these people, but like on the inside, like how have you been feeling with that, you know, like I'm assuming like any kind of big change for me, like if I had to move somewhere, and I, you know, I'm meeting all these new people and stuff like that, it's great, but like a part of me like wants to retract because I'm kind of scared, you know. I'm like, this is a new environment, like how have you been like with that, like, you know, how are you feeling with everything going on? Like I'm sure, especially because you've been here for how long now, like in LA?
I think like 10 months.
Yeah, and that's not even a year. You've been like on max speed doing like a bunch of stuff, and like have you had any time to just like unwind or like unpack, you know, like emotionally and like spiritually, like unpack, you know?
Yeah, dude, the first like 2 weeks was actually like really crazy. Like when I got here, I was like super excited, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna tackle this. And then like a couple days later, like I was having like crazy anxiety, like panic attacks and all that stuff. And I was like, what's going on? And it was just like, I felt like it was just me feeling like, what if this doesn't work out, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Because it's like with money, with like meeting new people and all that stuff, that's kind of like one of the hardest things for me, because I'm kind of like quiet, you know. So it's like I don't know anybody. Like, I mean, I know you guys and, you know, Nadeem and all that stuff, but it's like even then, like I don't hang out with everybody all the time or whatever, and I don't have like my core people. So it was just like I felt alone as heck. Like I was just like, dude, I'll be in my room like, what the fuck? Like, who wants to hang out? You know, like so it was tough. Even till now it's tough.
It's
you know?
tough,
It's like, because like you have the comfort of your own home, like back home and stuff, and you have your homies that stay out there. You have your family, because like out there, like I would see my family, like I think it was like every Monday and every Sunday. You know, we would eat and all that stuff. So not being able to do that all the time kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And my family's like super close. Like we're just like always hanging out, always doing parties and all that stuff, and eating together and all that. So it's been tough, man.
Yeah.
But slowly but surely, you know, getting there.
Yeah.
The goal is to kind of like be able to create a solid foundation through like just like my job, and then financially, and then once I get to that like stable point, just start like investing or whatever, and you know, actually start making like more adult moves to like buying a house.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
like,
of course.
car and stuff. So hopefully I could like get
so there's
there.
like the next adult, like not next adult, but the next moves, like the plans you got going on.
Yeah, I'm trying to like switch things up so I'm not spending so much.
Nah,
you know?
yeah, I feel
I'm
that.
trying to buy a house, bro.
Yeah, no, I feel it. That's good. That's good, man.
But put yourself first, you know, take care of yourself first, because a lot of people want to like, I know people that want to accomplish everything in the world, but they're not even right with themselves yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's kind of a struggle that I've been going through right now, actually. Because like I was thinking about it the other day, and it was weird, dude. Like there was one day where I was just like in K-Town, just chilling, and I was like walking down the street or the sidewalk, and there was this like old lady just like chilling there, and she's like, money, and I was like, nah, I don't got no money. And then she was like, hungry, and I was like, yo. So I was like, what do you want to eat? And then she pointed to this like ramen spot. And I was like, all right, I'll get you like food and stuff. And then I came back with food and gave it to her, and she like gave me this big ass hug, and like that made me like question a bunch of stuff. And I was like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of stuff for myself, and it's like I'm trying to achieve this like certain level of happiness or whatever, but like for that moment, like I kind of like realized like I enjoy seeing other people's happiness almost. I wouldn't say more, but it just like the less I focus on my happiness and focus on other people's happiness in the sense of like actually helping them, I felt like that was kind of like a thing that I want to pursue more, actually. So it's like
sounds like it spoke to your heart and your soul, you know, because like it's like if you really like look up, like sometimes like the term ego sounds so bad, like it sounds like, oh, you're like boosting your ego, like as to like where you're not conceited, but like if you like in terms of like spirituality on that, like ego is like what keeps us going, like literally like in the whole like spirit realm.
Yeah, the ego.
And it focuses on us, you know.
Yeah,
and like fuck, I forgot what I was going on with this, but it sounds like you're like, cause like the ego and like the ego and like your heart, like other like components are different, like separated from the ego, you know. And doing other stuff to make other people happy is like speaking like truly to your heart, you know. And truly like in a form that's coming not from the ego, is coming just from like you know, I think I just butchered this whole sentence. You know, but no, that's tight, you know. And that I feel like I understand that, you know, because I'm like a giver sometimes, you know. And dude, like seeing people fucking happy and shit like that and being able to help them is what like
something about that like kind of changed me a little bit, because I was like, damn, like that's what makes me happy, when I see other people happy in that sense, where like they're like struggling or they can't help themselves or whatever. It's just like it fulfills me a little bit more than just like always working on myself kind of thing. Like sometimes I'm like, dude, you know, what image am I trying to like am I really doing it for myself, or am I trying to portray this image of like successfulness, when really it's just like I'm already successful, you know, like let me just help someone out, you know, because like I feel like if you're living and you're like you know, we all struggle with like money issues or whatever, but we're still living and we're still able to like help each other. So just like keep helping each other. I don't know. It's just been a crazy journey for me.
Well, how do you want to explore that, like that feeling you had yesterday, or what was it, yesterday?
No, that was like a couple of weeks ago, a week ago.
How do you want to like explore that, or what do you think are the right steps for you to achieve that, or be able to like be that supporting role for other people, you know? Like what is that what is it sounding like to you right now? Like what is your ego telling you? What are you getting from this like impact, this thing that happened?
I either want to like pursue it through photography again, and kind of just like document these like charities, charity work or anything like that, or even just like personally like actually helping the community in any way. And it doesn't have to be like homelessness or anything like that. It could be like anything, like even down to like photography, you know, like people that do struggle with like being creative or are struggling on Photoshop or something like that. Like if I can help someone out in any aspect, then that's what like fulfills me, I guess. Like that's what I want to keep pushing. It's like, okay, you know, we're gonna rise up together kind of thing.
Yeah, there's this African proverb that's like if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Yeah, and the idea, or what that epitomizes, is like we're all trying to make it far, you know, like the destinations are just gonna be there, you know, but like why not go past that? Like why not go further? And with the good company, you know, with the people you break bread with, like that's the most important shit, you know. And
that's actually another thing that made me move out here was I had a lot of homies in Vegas, right? We're all doing like photography.
Very good, you're good. Yeah.
We were all doing photography and video and stuff, and like they're still the homies, but there is kind of that thing where everyone's out for themselves, like that kind of energy sometimes. And the people that I've met here, like my circle of friends here, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like, yo, you know, come on the shoot, you know, we'll create together and all that stuff. It just seemed like back in Vegas, because the town's so small, and
it kind of has to be like,
it's like
I had to do this first.
For work. Okay. It's just like, oh, I got this job, but you know, I'm not gonna tell anybody or whatever. Sometimes like, it would be dope, but it was very like, the energy was weird. I feel it. But out here it's like everybody's like very open, at least my circle, you know. I don't know how it is, because I've heard like, you know, there's like fake people and all that stuff. So it's my circle luckily is like really dope.
That's good, man. You know, like
each other rise and stuff.
That's good, because it's important, because like first, like people like that, I come to realize it's like they don't believe in themselves enough to get more content like that. You know, like if I'm like, I try my best to put like as many people as on like anything I'm doing, like it was like journeying into tattooing, you know, journeying into like art, like other areas and stuff like that. just like basic knowledge and like not basic knowledge, like basic things that I've come to learn, and they'll be, yo, it'd be dope if I get like a bunch of other people to get on this as well. It's just because like I have faith in myself that even though I put other people on, there's still more bread for all of us to, you know, there's still more bread, more room for people to eat, you know. Like I believe in myself, I can do it again. I can do it alone, I can do it with everybody else, I could do it with people as well too, you know, and I could put them on, you know. So like, and they can eventually put their other people on too, you know. So it's just and it's good to know that, it's good to see that you found those type of people. Wink wink wink.
Yeah, you guys,
you know.
What was that? Fuck was that? Who's wink? Who's wink? Yeah, that's actually like such a blessing to hear, because LA sometimes can be very cutthroat, but I think at least for our like age bracket, it's kind of shifting. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you've noticed that as well, but like it's been shifting, because before it used to be very like whoever gets to it first like gets to keep it, but now it's like whoever get to it first can like break off pieces and give it to your friends, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's almost kind of like where helping out is, I want to say, as much bad there is in the world, like you can see on social media, there's kind of been more of like a push in positivity and sharing the knowledge, sharing the wealth, you know. Like there's like it's like down to minor stuff, like when people get clothing, you know, you see little tweets like, I hate when so and so where they got this clothes and they don't respond, you know. Right? And the other, like just something simple like that can lead on to big stuff, you know. Like it's like, yo, where's like someone, say photographer, you found this dope spot, and like where's this, someone asked where's the spot at, you know, it's like, oh, it's over here, you know. Like being like being a tagger, you know, like I found some cool spots, cool locations. Sometimes you don't want to get burnt out, but sometimes people are like, yo, where's your spot at? I want to catch some clean tags. Like, all right, yeah, you tell me here, you know. It's like it's just like it's been like a more upbringing of like exactly what you said, you know, like of sharing the wealth, being like, it's kind of like, it's dope to be able to help other people out, you know, and compared to like back then, it was just like no one gives a shit, you know. Like
where do you guys think it's coming from? Like what is bringing people together? Because I've been noticing that like people are like grouping together sometimes for the bad reasons,
oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
For sure, like the positivity is like it's coupling, it's getting bigger, you know. Like where do you guys think that's coming from?
The vegan food. No.
Bro, fucking guys. This one time I was like, yo, dude, I need this maybe? I need this I've been dieting, right? You know, I've been dieting. I was like, dude, yo, I need this fucking, like, I need a crazy burger right now. Something, you know, something like, I just need it, you know, like lots of cheese, whatever, fat. And so I was like, yo, I got this fucking spot. It's called, what is it?
It's called Vegan Hooligans. It's like, check it out, all right? Fuck you guys.
I don't want a portobello mushroom burger, bro. Like everything's portobello, you know. Like
oh my god,
it's called Veggie Delight. Okay, all right. So put some
Yoga Express. But yeah, well, where do you think it's coming from?
I don't know. I just feel like the world changes every now and then. It could be something beyond us, you know. But
I feel like there's like a great, like, as call me fucking crazy, I feel like there's a big cosmic shift in everything. Like like a big energy shift for like the past generation, because like
retrograde.
Retroblade.
Gatorades.
I usually talk to like my mom and like other people. Like honestly, like think about like all the people, like the older folks in your life, and they'd be like, yo, what the fuck? Like I wish I would have did that as a kid. I wish like no one was there to tell me to like be in school, to pursue, just to keep pursuing shit. Like I hear something like coming from like a family of like past gang members, just drug addicts, like in all fucking fucked up backgrounds. No one was like, they were like, no one is here to tell me to do this, you know. No one was here to tell me to like stay in school. No one is here to tell me to do this, you know. And I feel like a lot of kids learn that younger and younger, you know, because I feel like a lot of people are like, we're like this generation, we're observing, we're we're watching like these fools fucked up, like, you know. All these fools,
that's
like,
true, yeah,
they're unhappy.
Yeah.
Like, and that's now they have a problem. I feel like a lot of like older people have a problem with that, because we see they're unhappy. What the fuck they're doing? We see they're unhappy. Like,
and their lack of being able to talk about mental health.
Yeah, you know, like, and like, dude, like we're so open,
like having to hide it, you know.
Like so, like, dude, that's why I feel like a lot of generations, like we can't let the other generation fuck us up, you know, because we learn like
as much as they've set the pace for us,
you know, like
we still have to.
We've learned like
be better than them,
like us, like with parents with issues, you know, like thinking about like at our age, we kind of like it's okay to vent, you know. We like, it's dope to vent, and like we need to like write about our feelings, express our feelings in all these different types of ways, you know. And like our generation before us then didn't do that, didn't believe in that. They just thought if you showed emotions, you like you need to go to like a fucking, if you like had to do like self-care, if you had to do like read self-help books, you're just like, you're failing, you're the weaker link in society, you know. And I feel like we're seeing that and we're like, nah, we're changing that, you know, because they all have their issues and they don't deal with it properly, and we have a chance to deal with them.
Yeah.
And I feel like that kind of is trickling down. And of course, we do have some fucking crazy wild kids on the internet and
you know,
or, like a lot of it is very bad. Ward Star, it's just like numbers and tours for that, you know, like you'll just see how fucking.
Do you think it was always like that?
I feel like it's more.
There was always like dumb people. It's just now we have like
we
the
can
cameras.
see them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think social media is everywhere now, bro. You know,
or that's probably it. Like maybe people weren't even that dumb. Like there were some dumb people, and then they'd see other dumb people on the internet now.
True.
Not to like.
I mean, like you know how many people have been injured and killed like taking selfies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that wasn't a thing like 30 years ago.
Planks came out or whatever.
Yeah, you know, like you know how many people like it's like a lot of these situations people had never dealt with back then. We're dealing with, you know, like depression from social media, you know, just shit like that, you know, like I feel like it's being more exposure to like the bad of the world, you know.
Isn't it crazy how like influenced people can be through social media like that?
Absolutely, yeah. You know? People do it for clout.
The clout.
Yeah, the clout. iClout. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But there is a shift, you know, or like we can there's
potential for that. Yeah, it's there.
If there's room for all this bad shit to happen, like everything that's been going on, there's room for good too.
That, like,
you know?
like honestly, I feel like also too. I want to say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, 100%.
That has definitely. As much as people want to talk shit about like, yo, that shouldn't have changed anything. He was just a normal man.
No.
You see some haters on there, you know, but like that sometimes as fucked up as it is, and that's the push a lot of people need, you know.
100%. Yeah.
A lot of people didn't even hear Nipsey and listen to his music and listen to his interviews. Like, he knew what he was talking about, you know. He knew his goal, which a lot of people don't have the opportunity to know.
Yeah, exactly.
He knew his purpose, you know, and but there's definitely a kickstart in.
I mean, there's even a change in that world too, right? Like
yeah, dude. Like
a lot of people
gang
are
world
like
and stuff like that. Like people
that
are
and just rap culture in general.
Right,
like people are like, we have like the biggest like problem with opiate addictions, you know, and people are like stopping doing like all that shit. Like no one's taking Xans anymore. Like people are like pouring out their lean cups,
right?
You know, like it's changing. And honestly, like Nipsey Hussle was a big factor in that. All these, you know, it trickles down. Like what he was saying, like if you vibrate higher, other people will do the same. You know, like if they really fuck with you, if you're in that kind of like same energy with people, you know, like that's honestly like the coolest shit. Like things are bad, but things are good. Like things are getting better, and if you just manifest, right? The key word is manifest. We've been talking about that. Like if you manifest more, right, we can do something. You know, like we can do something at least for the people in our lives. You know, like that's the important shit.
Yeah. Do you think it's a evolutionary shift kind of thing? Like
I hope so.
Like our brains are like trying to compute
trying to get
more.
Better. Yeah, I think we're evolving.
Like, you know, like
sure,
because I feel like not too long ago we had kind of like I want to say like a trend of like mental health, like everybody was like hashtag mental health and all that. That too is kind of crazy how like trends happen, you know? But yeah, like you said, we're like more open to talking about mental health now. Like maybe we're just like at an evolutionary state where things are shifting. We're trying to process more information and things like that. So it's kind of just like our brains are just evolving differently.
I would hope so, you know, because but it kind of like it's cool, but it also makes me feel like, you know, like those like representation of evolution. It's like a little tadpole, or it's a little fucking plant.
Turn to a monkey.
We're like a little fucking peanut right now, you know, like and like who knows how many trillion years.
Be robots, dog.
Yeah, you know, but like in trillion years, it'd be fucking flying trees, you know, like just I don't know.
Trees,
you know, like it's just like. I know we're a stepping stone. I'm cool with that. You know? I hope if we don't blow up this world, if this world doesn't kill us before it, you know, just because we're fucking it up, you know.
No, we're fucking it up, and we're putting all of our money and energy into stupid shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like a thing that I've been thinking about too. Is like, you know, are things really gonna go to shit, or are we gonna like? Because I think about technology and how fast it's like evolved and stuff. And I think like maybe in the next like 50 years that our technology is going to evolve like even more. So maybe like we'll be able to reverse it in some way, like if you know, if the technology just like keeps boosting up and stuff. But I'm kind of like open to it. Like I don't want to say like, yes, we are destroying our world. And people are saying that we can't fix it, but I'm kind of like, maybe we can, you know, like the way technology, like especially now with like Tesla and stuff, and you see more electric cars or
There's
a slow shift. But I feel like after this slow shift,
this like hump of like
the weirdness,
branch out.
It's gonna like go crazy, and we're gonna see
and go stupid.
Stupid. We're gonna see this like crazy. We're gonna see a crazy amount of electric cars and self-driving cars, and like even out here with straws and all that stuff, plastic bags and all that.
The birds.
Yeah, we are slowly making that effort.
Yeah,
and then
again the shift. It's like it's happening.
And but I'm also just hoping that the people all responsible for that use it technology for the greater good.
Oh yeah,
maybe even Mother Nature is giving us like a vibration that hey, take care of me.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
That's true. Good. Yeah.
Even a vibration, putting it out, and hopefully we're
receiving it, and like vibrating higher too.
Giving it back.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, bro. All right, so I'm gonna try this. But I feel like right now, since we're talking about all that, it's a great time to go into like conspiracies. Woo.
Dude, I used to be all about that.
You see like a red laser on my head right?
Not anymore, but just like. Because I like dove deep into it and it just like tripped me out.
Me too, bro.
So it's like I kind of just try to live.
That's scary.
Because that's the thing, like
I don't know.
I like hearing about technology. I'm just like, what really will this bring? Like if you look at New York or like China, I think it's China. Like they're having facial recognition cameras.
We got facial recognition right in our fucking pockets, bro.
Yeah,
Face
dude.
ID and shit.
I mean,
my wallet.
The way it's kind of like a weird way to think about it, but like I was thinking about all this like technology stuff, and like even like the symbolism of like the iPhone. It's like an apple like bitten, and it's like we've all taken a bite.
Apple.
Yeah, exactly. We've all taken that bite. Like if you have like an iPhone or whatever, and then like same thing with Android. It's kind of like a robot kind of thing. We're like becoming androids almost.
Oh yeah.
Fucking crazy, right?
Damn.
And it's just like, it has all our information on there. What's crazy to me is like even like Google, like our laptops, Google, we're always searching like stupid shit, like how to do this or what happens if this happens or whatever. And it's like it's recording our behaviors too, like our thought processes and all that. And like it's giving us like ads that we might be interested in. So like
ads, that's a good topic. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so like my thing is like whatever that information is stored on, like imagine it like if technology is just like look at a SD card, a micro SD card, it's all getting smaller, right?
That's true.
And holding more information. So like if that system that's holding all this information can be in something like this and then put into a robot, that robot like literally now has all the information that we ever created and like our behaviors and all that stuff. So it's like you just created like this crazy new being, you know what I mean, that just knows everything of the world. So it's like I don't know, I feel like with AI and everything, it's like slowly shifting to that position. So it's kind of scary to think about.
Everything started coming a little bit more minimal in a sense of where you're becoming more self, like how those certain companies have like a ID check in their body, like what if like the SD cards mentioned, it's like here, it's in your fingertip. That's so true too. No, wait, no, look, okay. Connect it to your, or just connect it to your fucking head.
Hold on, that idea, that principle of like minimalism, how minimalism's like such a big like pop culture thing now?
Oh yeah.
Is it because we've turned into zombies?
See, I think about,
we don't even like fuck with creativity anymore. We're just like the littlest shit.
I think about I think about that too, like in music. I think about that in like music and movie titles. If you think about like back to the movie titles, long ass fucking titles.
Titanic.
They had Shrek.
Two.
But like they had like a whole, what's it called in the back? Like it's like when you get like a movie and you look in the back, it's a paragraph and like
synopsis, the bio.
Yeah. They have like this whole movies with like all these intricate like themes, like photo, like all these intricate photos, like the whole fucking like like a whole battleground thing, like the cover of it is like a whole, basically describing the whole thing. And now if you look at it, like a lot of songs is just one word, the title is just one word, a lot of movies is just one word movies,
Yeah, we shifted a lot too from like before the 2000s, like music was about love, and like now it's different. Like it's
like literally like the most like coolest shit that people will play is just like a look. But I don't know. Like I sound crazy right now, but like I don't know if anyone's heard this. Like songs are just literally just one word, all capital. You know, and that explains the whole fucking like this. Like I don't know. Like artists nowadays, they don't have these songs with long titles. It's just one word. Every song is just one word. You know, and it kind of sends a message and
minimalism.
You know, and everything's just minimizing. You know,
no, I just feel like the whole music thing. It's like the way I see it is like, if it hypes you up, it hypes you up. That doesn't mean that like they're a good lyricist or anything. You know what I mean? Like I don't even think there's really many out there now, kind of thing. But like the song can be hype, you know, and if it makes you feel some type of way, then that's dope. But like I feel you on that. That's crazy. You know, it's
music is literally like it's vibrations. It's frequency. So if it's like, I don't know, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
So
sorry, go ahead.
No, I have a question.
Go ahead.
So like, the other day I was thinking about this too. Like you were talking about like evolution and stuff. So like, you know, we talk about how like the spirit world created the physical world, right?
Yeah.
So now we're in the physical world, but now we're creating the digital world. So like you have.
All right, thank you for tuning in.
Why is there somebody knocking at the door?
So it's like,
do you guys hear that?
are we in a sense starting to see the different dimensions? You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know, what created the spiritual world, and then what is the digital world going to create next? So it's like we're moving down.
Are we trying to
be gods?
Yeah. Are we trying?
Essentially,
are we trying to map out the spiritual world digitally?
See, that's a trip too, because it's like, I mean, think about the whole internet system. Okay. You know, knowledge.
Yeah.
It pretty much holds all the knowledge, right?
Y'all still here?
Wait, dude, you said you were going to sleep right now.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Dude, is that your roommate?
Dude, I thought
I don't live here. That might have been our cue to.
Might be our Airbnb.
Yeah.
Wait. So
we'll end on this. Go ahead. End on this.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it trips me out that, you know, we talk about the spiritual world, the physical world, and now we're moving into a digital world, and it just makes me think like, okay, if we're creating this world, what created the spiritual world? You know, and what created that? Or like, what is the digital world going to start creating? You know what I mean? Fuck. So it's like, and if you think about it too, it's like, in a sense, we sort of created a god with this whole internet thing, because it's like, it's all knowing, almost, you know, it's like, it's literally got all the information in it. So it's like, we created this god, and once it like knows our behaviors and everything, it's just like, will that essentially become a person, I guess, or like a all-knowing thing, and start creating its own world too,
and start misleading us, you know, like
maybe it's like collecting the data plan for the new world.
I truly feel like it has, like, you know, like I truly feel like it can be rigged to like disrupt us in a sense, you know, because with me like being into a relationship now,
congrats.
Thank you. I don't know why, for some reason I see a lot of like dating applications as ads, like on Instagram and shit like that, or like just see like pop up, like just surfing the web, you know, like, or those fucking, what's that, I don't want to say the name, it's like an affair website, Tiffany, something like that, Tiffany Madison thing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like what the fuck? It's just like, and like you look up now like at ads to just like find out who they're texting, you know, download this application, find out who they're texting. So I just feel like sometimes it can be rigged too.
Well, the important thing is we stick to our humanity, you know.
True. Try
our best to like stay grounded in like what we're doing, you know. Try to stay away from apples. Try to stay away from all right, I mean, focus on being human. That's the most important aspect of it. Right. And should any of that stuff ever happen, like we get, you know, taken over by robots and shit, like we should spend as much time as we have with actual friends and family. You know what I mean? But yeah, what a weird way to end the podcast, which is fine.
Stay human, y'all.
Yeah, stay human. As long as you can.
Yeah.
And we want to say thank you to Justin for being here. We appreciate
we
appreciate the conversation, man. And this is only like one episode.
This is
we'll have more, you know.
Also another thank you to Nadeem.
Yeah.
And his beautiful apartment.
Yeah. Still be in his room though.
Yeah. I kind of yeah. I realized something else. I'll tell you after. But yes, thank you to you guys.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Tune in for the next episode. Yeah. Take care.